Hey everybody, I'm on the cusp of ordering a new tank and I thought it would be the perfect time to take you through and give you a long-term review of the Redseafish Reefer 250. Now this is the Gen 1 version, so there are a lot of things changed and improved for the Gen 2, but everything that I'm going through will be about the Gen 1.
So let's start off with a little look at the tank as it is today. You can see a few of the inhabitants I've got in there. It is a very full tank at the moment, and I definitely am overdue an upgrade. I've had very few issues with the tank for growing coral and for the fish. Obviously you are limited somewhat by the size of the tank in your fish selection, but I didn't find it too restrictive. So why did I choose the Reefer 250? I guess quite a simple one. The tank I had at the time leaked all over the office floor and I had enough of it, so I wanted to get one with a dual drain system. I actually picked this tank up second hand and it was on the 5th floor of a flat in Basildon, so it was not the easiest tank to get down into the car. And I had a friend with me as well to give me a hand with the tank and to get everything back home. So I've had this tank about 18 months, and in that time I can't think of any problems I've encountered with it. I think there are a few little things that I will try and highlight as we go through this video. There is definitely some scratches. You can see them here on the front, and I have some more on the side. Now these were there when I got the tank. I'm glad to say I haven't actually introduced any more scratches, so as long as you treat it nicely, I think you'll be fine and scratch free. There are a couple of marks in the silicone right up near the top at the front, and I think it's where the silicone has kind of dried out a little bit because it's above the waterline. And touch wood, it hasn't had any issues with leaking or anything like that. The seals have been like this since I've got them, so it doesn't look like they're failing. And I think the majority of these reported seal failures are down to the tank not being level and the amount of weight of water pushing on the panel whilst it's not level. Is inevitable that something's going to happen to it. The cabinet itself, there are some cracks in the front panel and there is some swelling down one of the sides and also at the bottom of the cabinet as well, and on one of the doors. But again, this was all there when I got the tank, so I think as long as you treat the tank well and don't kind of absolutely drench it and leave it soaking in, then I think you'll be absolutely fine in regard to kind of swelling of the cabinet or anything. The G1 or Gen 1 doesn't have a foot system on it for leveling, which is a little bit of a pain. I had to get some little wedges, as you'll see in the footage showing the panel along the bottom, to level it. As I said previously, it's very important that you get it level because that will have an impact on the seals and the amount of pressure on the seals. The sump itself I found quite tight. It was perfectly fine when I got the tank, but as I've grown in the hobby, I've definitely been pushing it with the amount of stock and the amount of equipment I have. So like I say, I'm definitely due for an upgrade. So let's take a look in the sump. You can see I'm using the Redsea 4-part here as dosing. I have an MXM module and a Neptune Apex, as well as a Trident in a mini Trident housing in there. I've got the switch panel for the Apex. I've got a Redsea Reef Dose 4, a Bubble Magus Curve 5. You can see the DOS QD there, and just behind that is an ozone generator. I'm also running the Reef Mat 250. You can see some cooling fans here, probably can take them off now the weather's started to change. And I'm also using the Deltec 48 watt UV in here with a little custom 3D printed mount that I made for the UV to hold it upright. And then as we look round, you can see the controllers for the Vectro return pump and the two MP40s that I'm running as well. So making use of some of that space on the doors as well.
So I hope that that review has been useful for you. I've tried to take you through all of the aspects of the machine and all of the things that I've found and the changes I've made and all of my experience, just to give you kind of a fully rounded picture. So hopefully it's been useful. If it has, please hit that like button. If it's still there, hit that hype button as well, that would be great. And if you have enjoyed it and you're not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing as well. But anyway, I'll see you in another video really soon.